again, everyone. Today I'm at a McDonald's to try the new menu item, the Chicken Big Mac. And stay tuned for my review of the 2016 movie The Founder, starring Michael Keaton. Before I begin, I wanted to take note of some interesting decor at this McDonald's. You can see a French fry and sesame seed pattern on this accent wall. And we have these yellow dividers that are reminiscent of French fries, much in the same way that the McDonald's sign itself is reminiscent of a box of French fries. The design of the sign is based on the iconic architectural feature of the golden arches from the early McDonald's locations. And the arches put together form an M for McDonald's. Plus, as mentioned, it also makes one think of their famous French fries. So it serves sort of a triple function. Neat. For any Happy Meal collectors out there, I also wanted to show you what Happy Meals were available now, and it's these Boo Buckets. There's 4 different varieties available, and each come with stickers. But now for what we came for, to try the Chicken Big Mac for the first time. 2 chicken patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, and onions on a sesame seed bun. First, we'll give you a good look at the sandwich right there. And I'm going to take the top bun off. We'll show you a little bit of what it looks like under the bun. As you can see, there's the chicken patty. It's the McChicken. Personally, I do prefer the chicken in their McCrispy sandwich over the McChicken, but the McChicken patties are a bit more uniform in their size and shape, so it makes sense to use them here. And it still has the same special sauce and everything. So, it's pretty much just what you would think. A Big Mac, but with chicken instead of beef. And here, I'm about to take my first bite of it. And, I found it to be quite good, actually. I found that the special sauce actually went very well with the chicken. I would say that I liked it quite a bit and would probably order it again. Now, they say this is only available for a limited time, but who knows? Maybe if it's popular, it'll stick around, or maybe be a recurring menu item, like the McRib. Now, before I move on to my review of The Founder, I'd like to first test out this new invention that I've discovered. It's an amazing device that, if it works, will actually allow me to share this cheeseburger with you, the audience of this video, right through the screen. How does it work? Well, it's all very technical, and it would take a scientist to explain, but let's just fire it up and see how it works. Sorry folks, we seem to be having some technical difficulties here. A little power failure. It's experimental technology, that sort of thing's going to happen. Would you excuse me for a minute while I see if I can try to restore the power? Thanks. Rubble, rubble. Do you guys hear something? Oh, well, never mind. Just one more minute. That does it. Okay, power's back. Alright, everybody. Let's have some cheeseburger. Where'd the cheeseburger go? Did anybody see where the cheeseburger went? That's the only one I had. I can't use the device without a cheeseburger to share. I guess we'll just call off the demonstration. And I guess that just leaves the review then. Well, alright everybody, on with the show! The Founder is a biopic based on the true story of Ray Kroc, the man who became the driving force behind McDonald's, the most successful quick-service restaurant chain in the world by most measures. As the movie begins, the year is 1954. We are introduced to Ray Kroc, played by Michael Keaton. Ray is struggling to get ahead as a salesman, selling 5-spindle commercial milkshake machines. They were a hard sell to most of his potential buyers, so when he gets an order for 6 milkshake machines out of the blue, he is shocked. He decides to investigate. On a hunch, he travels to California to see for himself the restaurant that needs more than 30 milkshake spindles. What he finds is a drive-in restaurant called McDonald's. It has no car hops, but instead there are walk-up windows, each with long lines of customers stretching across the lot. Curious and visibly agitated, he joins one of the lines. A lady ahead of him assures him that he needn't worry because the line moves fast. Indeed, the line does move fast, and he soon reaches the window and looks at the simple menu offering only burgers, fries, soft drinks, and milkshakes. He orders a burger and begins to look for a place to stand and wait, but the attendant at the window almost immediately hands him a bag. When he asks what it is, the attendant tells Ray that it's his order. Amazed, Ray takes a seat on a bench, unwraps his burger, and begins to eat. While sitting there, in obvious enjoyment of his burger, he looks around at all the customers. Men, women, children, families, all sitting in their cars or on benches, with broad smiles on their faces. Ray is inspired. He soon meets the owners of this restaurant, brothers Dick and Mac McDonald. Ray offers to take them out to dinner if they will tell him their story. Over dinner, the brothers tell him how they temporarily shut down their failing drive-in restaurant to re-engineer their food production process from scratch, developing a streamlined, assembly line-style process called the Speedy system. By implementing this system, they were able to reduce average customer wait times from 30 minutes to a mere 30 seconds. Ray is so impressed that he insists that the brothers allow him to franchise their restaurant, but they are hesitant due to a previous failed attempt to franchise. The brothers were committed to maintaining a reputation of the highest quality for their restaurants, since it was their own name on the building. But they found it impossible to enforce their quality control standards for their franchisees from afar. But Ray is persistent and eventually convinces the brothers to allow him to sell McDonald's franchises, provided that he sign a contract giving them final say on all decisions concerning the restaurants. Ray is excited at first, seeing this as the business opportunity of a lifetime. But his drive to grow and expand as quickly as possible soon puts him at odds with Dick and Mac, who couldn't care less how quickly they expand, so long as the integrity of their vision is preserved. After a few pitfalls, McDonald's grows to become a hit with the public and a major force in the restaurant industry. Ray Kroc's fortunes grow with it, making him harder for the McDonald brothers to control. Will Dick and Mac's vision for McDonald's win out? Or will it be Ray Kroc's vision that does? Or perhaps some combination of the two? Which of them can truly call himself the founder? I like the way this movie captured a moment in time that could only happen in the 1950s. A moment of discovering fast food for the first time in a world where that sort of thing had never been attempted. My generation grew up in a world where fast food was commonplace, so I never had that experience, and it's good to be reminded that many commonplace aspects of our modern life started out as something wondrous. And perhaps there is still some wonder to be found in many of the everyday things all around us, if we only stop to look. I also found the story of the early days of the first McDonald's restaurant to be fascinating. It's a story of outside-the-box thinking, hard work, and turning problems into opportunities. This film really comes across as a feel-good movie in the first act, but it starts to feel a bit more bittersweet later, as the visionaries who created the world's first quick-service restaurant, and the visionary who saw its potential to become not just a national chain, but an American institution, begin to clash. The movie doesn't sugarcoat history. While it presents Ray Kroc as enthusiastic and tenacious, with a talent for recognizing great ideas and finding the full potential hidden within them, it also depicts him developing into a businessman who pursues his goals ruthlessly, who doesn't always play by the rules, but always gets what he wants in the end. Despite having a wife and a home, he is essentially married to his work and has little time for personal life. He eventually allows what little personal life he has to wither away, almost without seeming to care. Likewise, the McDonald's brothers are depicted as figures who are inspiring in their ingenuity and integrity, but are perhaps too unwilling to compromise in the name of preserving the purity of their vision, not backing down even when the stress of the conflict begins to manifest as medical problems. The McDonald brothers are like the proverbial immovable object to Ray Kroc's irresistible force. When they were working toward a common goal together, they made magic that changed the world. But when they came into conflict, something had to give. Ray and the brothers had a contract that allowed Ray to open franchises as long as he maintained quality and fidelity throughout all the restaurants. But the brothers were reluctant to trust their new business partner. Ray wanted to make money, whatever the cost. The brothers wanted slow growth, so they could manage Ray. When Ray was in dire financial straits, the brothers wouldn't allow for any compromise that could have helped their business partner stay afloat. They would not renegotiate their contract, they would not allow sponsorships, and those small compromises could have gone a long way in preserving the brothers' relationship with Ray. I admire the McDonald brothers' commitment to quality, but I do see where there were opportunities where they could have compromised with Ray with little to no change to their vision. Ray found a way to solve his financial crisis and establish a reliable source of revenue to fund the business without the brothers' help. This move eventually shifted the balance of power between Ray and the brothers, leading to him buying out the brothers' company altogether. And this adds a hint of tragedy to the film's final act. I found myself really wishing that Ray Kroc and the McDonald brothers could have just continued to work together. Love it or hate it, McDonald's has grown into an American institution, just as Ray Kroc predicted. One can be found in nearly every town in the nation, and nearly every American has tasted McDonald's food. Its golden arches are an instantly recognizable icon. Many of my generation have fond memories of Happy Meals and birthday parties at McDonald's, and of being entertained by TV ads featuring Ronald McDonald and his friends. It is a common cultural touchstone for many Americans. I recommend The Founder for those with an interest in Americana, who would like to see a glimpse into the origins of an American cultural touchstone. Also, I think those who are fans of biopics, and those with an interest in the world of business, the world of restaurant management, or just innovation and invention, will find this film fascinating.